Alright guys, back to the channel, Crave the Taste, baby. Make sure you like us, subscribe to us, ring the bell, so that way you can get the next notification of the next video to see what we're building and creating next. So, where do I start? Okay, so I have been doing some reading about bone marrow broth, which is basically chicken bones, beef bones, whatever kind of bones. So what I've got here is collagen. This is what is in bone marrow. Collagen. This is what's good for arthritis, tendonitis, all kinds of issues, man. I mean all kinds of issues. Google it if you don't believe me. But we're going to use that. But I've got it actually in this container right here. But I want you to see this is the product that we actually buy. LiveWell, collagen, peptides. This stuff is awesome, guys. Awesome! Got it? Alright, we're going to set this to the side just for a moment here. Alright, and of course you got to have some peanut butter. Got some creamy peanut butter. You can use crunch if you want to, doesn't matter. Of course we got to have coconut water, of course. And then of course we're going to have some bananas. Now my wife only used Doyle for some reason. That's all she'll use because she said Doyle's the only ones that are really good for you. The other ones have all kinds of mucus and all kinds of stuff. Research it if you don't believe me. Then of course we got some cinnamon. Okay, different types and different styles of cinnamons. And then of course I'm cutting up some apples. You guys can watch me cut up some apples. Any apples will do. And then of course I got my own farmed honey right here that we're going to be using for a little bit of extra sweetness. Got some black cherry concentrate. See that? See that? Alright. Oh, by the way, I get this from Aldi's. This coconut water is 100% pure coconut water. Very good for you guys and girls. Let's see, how much sodium? Only 4% sodium. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but anyway. Yep. Alright, then of course we're going to use some blueberries. I got some frozen blueberries here. And of course some pineapple. I got to cut some pineapple up for you guys so you can see that. We're going to have fun because we're going to make a mess here, guys. And I love making a mess. If I'm lucky, my wife will clean the mess up. Doubt it, but anyway. Oh, almost forgot one more thing. We got to throw in here too, boys and girls. Alright, no protein shake would be good without Ensure Original. Believe it or not, guys, this thing is loaded with minerals and vitamins, man, and loaded. We'll use probably about a scoop of this. We'll use a scoop of that. I won't actually use a scoop or a tablespoon. I'll just dash it in there. You know what I'm saying? All right. Set that to the side. We're limited to space there, as you can well see. So let's get with it here. So health is huge. With all that COVID stuff going on, guys, it's just been wreaking havoc over the planet and putting a lot of fear in people's minds. You know, people are afraid to go outside, afraid to go to stores. And I've been saying for a long time, what's the one thing that you can create and control the masses, the people? What is that one thing that you can create? Think about it for a second and you'll figure it out. For those of you that can't figure it out, I'll just let you know. Fear. You create fear in the masses. What you control the people. And that fear is what creates the panic, creates high blood pressure, stress, all the wonderful things that will collaborate together to create heart attack, stroke, sickness, and fatigue, lack of sleep. And this is why we need to diet right and exercise. Cardio. I just started this. I was sick probably 2 months ago. No, about a month and a half ago. Something like that. I don't know. Been a while back. And my blood pressure was skyrocketing. It was like 245 over something. I don't remember. It was scary. I remember the doctor trying to look at me when I was in the clinic and saying, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, I'm not okay. What do you think I'm in here for?" And it was scary. And they didn't even give me blood pressure medication. They gave me steroids, antibiotics, and said go home. That was it. and my blood pressure was still high. So what I did was I cut out all sodium, all salts. I mean, I was watching everything. It turns your life upside down, guys, because I've never had to do that before. I've always been healthy. I was a bodybuilder when I was young. Up into my 30s, I've always been conscious of my health. Matter of fact, to be honest with you, I never had to worry about what I ate because I was always in such good shape. I worked out all the time, cardio, bodybuild. I was in great shape, so I could eat pretty much whatever I wanted to. Meats, red meats, and never had to worry about my sodium intake until now. And now, of course, I'm 51, be 52 in April, and I didn't really make fun of people, but I used to say, I'm not going to be that guy. You know, the guy that you walk into Walmart or some retail store and you see him with oxygen tubes up his nose because he smoked or because he didn't take good care of his health or sodium, whatever it may be, high blood pressure, whatever. And so now I'm doing it. I'm watching everything. So now I buy turkey without salt. I buy bread by reading the ingredients and the health nutritional label, making sure that it has no sodium or as little as possible. I'm trying to find things around 6%, 7%, basically means no flavor. And I do cardio now. I'm walking 5 miles a day. I was doing 7 days a week. I cut it back down to about 6 now because I needed a break. I just need to rest. When I say cardio, I don't just mean walking. I mean, I was doing resistance, push-ups, sit-ups, decline, incline push-ups, deltoids, triceps, legs, glutes, you name it. I was doing it all for the past few weeks. And it's wonderful. But I was still having issues with my blood pressure. And I couldn't figure it out. I don't know. I don't know what was going on. And the reason being is because when I started doing my cardio, I started thinking, that mindset again came back to me thinking, well, if I'm doing this cardio, I don't have to worry about my sodium. I can eat whatever I want to. It took me back in the day when I was in my 30s. Wrong. You're not 30 no more. So you can't be working out and eating cheeseburgers and a bag of potato chips and Mexican dishes and throwing caution to the wind and all the cheeses you want. You can't do that no more, no matter how much cardio you're doing. And so it changed my life, because my life has changed now. I'm no longer eating whatever I want. I'm watching everything. And that's a good thing, I guess, because with all good things, you know, come rewards. You take care of yourself. You treat the body with love and respect. As you age, you adjust accordingly, and it will reward you with good blood pressure and good rest, a healthy smile to your face. You can stick around to see your loved ones. If you got children, watch them grow. You know, but this lifestyle can be expensive. Blueberries are not cheap. Pineapples are not cheap. Coconut water is not cheap. Honey is not cheap. I mean, this stuff is not cheap. You know, sure, you can go to Dollar General, pick up a bag of chips for $1.50, but you ain't gonna live very long. Oh, by the way, guys, I should have told you, cutting your pineapple, man, cut the sprout off that I just threw away, the butt off, just cut it off. And then as you're cutting it, cut the sides, start with the sides, kind of bevel your knife a little bit to get kind of angle, and then straighten it out. And then just, whoops, bad idea. Let's try it again. And then cut straight down, like so. And it's not gonna be perfect, of course, just straight down. We'll clean it up here in a minute, guys, because I'm doing a terrible job. Yeah, see, I'm not getting it. And the ruts, we gotta clean that up really good. I had a new fruit that I bought. You guys might be aware of this fruit, I don't know. But when I was told about it, I was like, sure, no problem, I'll have to have some. Is it good for you? Like, yeah, man, it's good for high blood pressure. I'll take it. Without even knowing the rest of the benefits from it, I'll take it. Anything to do with good blood pressure to help, I'll take it. I knew nothing about it. My buddy Jim brought it up from Florida. It's called jackfruit. And the freaking thing was 30 freaking pounds, man. It was as big as my torso. I'm like, what the heck is this? He's like, good luck with this, man. I'm like, what do I do with this? I don't know, I couldn't tell you. Google it. So I did. I Googled it and YouTubed it and I found out. And it took me 3 hours with help. My wife will help me. And we had a mess everywhere. We got a video of that. You'll see it on the Crave the Taster in a little bit. And tastes like bubblegum. It smells and tastes like bubblegum. Anyway, I got some of that, and I may throw some in on this video so you can see what it looks like. Because I got another video that shows everything about it. But I may throw some in this shake. We'll see. So, if any of you guys have any suggestions or personal experience with blood pressure and things that might help me, post it down below the video so I can see it and I'll research it. Because once again, like I said, anything to do with helping blood pressure, heart disease, stuff like that, I'm down with it. Because my wife and I spend a lot on healthy juicing, like all this stuff I'm doing right now. I mean, I'm actually shaving off more than I really wanted to, but I have to, because I can't put this stuff in the shake. See how it just wants to reject the shaving? It's so, maybe it wasn't ripe as I was hoping it'd be. That might be some of it. See how I got some more left to do here, guys? So let's clean it up. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit. I mean, I've done this a few times, but it's been a while. Because I normally buy this from the store. And, of course, my buddy, he's a vendor. He does produce. Gets it from Florida. And he drives 12 hours one way every weekend to get the very best and freshest. And so he brings it up here and sells it from time to time. He brings it to me. So why not get it from him instead of going to the store? No process to it, just raw of the gardens. As soon as I clean this mess up, guys, we're going to start getting together the shape of the form that we're going to build, because it's going to be layers. Right now we just get apples, and then we can do bananas and pineapple, blueberries. And this blender is only so big, so you don't want to overfill it. Which I'm hoping I don't do that, because I'm putting a lot down here. I'm trying not to make a huge mess. Sometimes you can't help it because you got knives, utensils, plates, pieces of fruit, all over the place. Alright, so, alright, the middle of this pineapple is going to be a core that you cannot eat. Let's just go ahead and show you how I mean here. Take and cut off a piece right here. Like that. And there's a little bit in there. We'll get to that here in a minute. Okay. This is the core. You don't want to eat that. I mean, you can try it. It's not going to work out. It's like chewing on a pirate's wooden leg. It's not going to work out. Anyway. Ah, that flavor is excellent. That pineapple is beautiful. We're not going to put all this in here, man. There's no way. They won't fit with all the other ingredients. But we want the high nutrient level of this, because this is loaded to fight off any kind of disease, viruses. It don't really matter how you cut it up, man. You can cut it up any way you want to. My sugar level feels like it's dropping because I'm starting to shake a little bit. So let me snack on some of this while I'm talking. So good. So sweet. And what I'll do is I'll put some of this in the freezer so we can do it another time. Again, I don't want too much in there. All right, good enough for that. Let's see. Let's get a spoon because we got to do some of the honey and the peanut butter and the, well, we don't need a spoon for that. Let's get a spoon. Voila. All right. So let's put the powder. Now this is the collagen that I showed you, which is the beef bone broth that I showed you the package of, guys. Let me show you again. Right here. Okay? This is what you want. Now, I'm not opposed to going and buying, you know, a whole chicken and cooking it and then picking the bones out of it, or even a steak, T-bone steak or a tomahawk steak, and take the bones with some of the meat still on it and put it in a slow cooker, add your spices, add your celery, your carrots, and all that jazz, and cook it in a slow cooker for like 12 to 15 hours. Great, good for you. That's a lot of work and that's a lot of time. I'm doing a shortcut. So, I'm not gonna put a whole lot in here. I'm gonna say 2 tablespoons. Well, maybe 2.5. They say more is not better, but I might disagree. Okay. This is out of the way because we're done with this. All right, just go ahead and knock out the blueberries. Get that over with. Because they're out of the freezer actually. My hands are clean. I just washed them. And besides, this is only going in my gut, nobody else's, so we're not going to worry about that. I love blueberries, guys. That's one of my best. Asahi and blueberries, man, I love them. And I like all kinds of other fruits too, don't get me wrong. I love blueberries. No crumb in that. Again, cleanliness is very important. Make sure you stay clean, washing your hands, all that jazz. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to add the banana. I did not bring a knife. Oh, yes, I did too. So we will cut some of that up. Again, my wife uses only Doyle bananas. She does not like any of the brands, which is fine. So she won't be partaking in this video with this shake because she does not use any of the bananas but Doyle, and this is not a Doyle. So this is bad for her. But I had to have bananas, and Publix didn't have what I was looking for as far as Doyle, so we're going to use this. All right, now I sure hope you guys are enjoying this video. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Got to add some of this stuff. Got this on discount at Publix, I believe. This stuff is awesome. It's got all kinds of nutritional factors in there. Vitamin E, biotin, selenium, vitamin D, vitamin D3, potassium, vitamin E. It's got everything, guys. Just name it. All right. So I don't need to measure that. Let's just put some in there. I think we're good right there. I think we're good. All right. Moving right along. Let's throw in some cinnamon. Yeah, cinnamon. Now, my wife would argue this fact. She buys the good stuff, the organic cinnamon and all that jazz. If it says cinnamon on there, it's good enough for me. That's cinnamon, and that's what we're using. All right. Not a lot. Just a couple shakes. Or 4. There we go. Now, oh yeah, let's go ahead and get this over with. Black cherry, Dynamic Health. This stuff will last you forever, man. This is concentrated. This stuff is good for you. Awesome. Loaded with potassium, which we got bananas. But anyway, let's add a little bit of this. Boop. There we go. I just put less than a tablespoon in there. We don't need a lot. All right, let's go ahead and add our banana, or the, I'm sorry, not the banana, but the peanut butter and the honey. And then, of course, last but not least is coconut water. This is hard because this is going to get really super messy, but here we go. I use the underneath of the spoon instead of the actual spoon itself because all you got to do is rake it off. Boom. Let's do another one. I love peanut butter. Love the flavor of it. It's good. Mmm. Ah, a little dry. Alright. I'm making a mess all over my spoon. Ah. Alright. Now honey. This is my own honey, guys. This is raw, unfiltered, unheated, untreated. Straight from the comb into the container. Let's get some honey in there, some Mother Nature sweetener. Oh yeah, baby. Oh. Gotta have honey every morning, every day. Keeps them lungs clean, man. Esophagus, all that jazz, man. Stomach, really good for the stomach. That peanut butter, woo, strong. Which is what we want, right? Right. All right, now, coconut water. I don't measure this, guys, but here we go. I'm putting probably a cup in there, maybe a cup and a half in there. And then some. Yeah, we want it to be delicious. And it's going to be. Trust me. Just trust Uncle Tim when I tell you it's going to be delicious. Because it's going to be delicious. Oh, almost forgot. The secret ingredient that Tim uses. Lucas. Fuel additive. We got to add some of that into the shake. This stuff right here will clean you out, boy. It's designed to clean out all your motor skills, your internal combustion lubricant. This is what you need right here. Just add this little bit to your shake. Ooh, yeah. I'm just kidding, man. Don't you ever do that. Don't ever add this to your food, boys and girls. This is not consumable. But I had you. You thought I was going to put it in there, didn't you? But I didn't. Disclaimer, I was joking. Do not use that. Consult with your doctor. I guarantee the doctor will tell you, do not put that in your food. Alright, now, this is the TriBest vacuum seal blender that my wife went crazy over. She had to have it. No other blenders would stand a chance because she had to have a vacuum, and I'm a fan. I will admit I'm a fan. This thing works. So what you do is you put all this. We've already shot a video, guys, so you can see how to assemble this and see how to work it because there's a video. Go to my wife's, which is Lily's Reviews, and you can see how this thing works. Anyway, it's got little locks on here. I'm about to show you again. Has little picture locks. Lock it up there to lock it right there. Boom. Lock it up. Once you lock it, look at there. It ain't going nowhere. All right. Make sure your lid is locked up where it needs to be at. The little indentation here to right here, the lip. Put it right there. Boom. There's a little suction vacuum there. And I am really excited about tasting this shake. I have not made this shake before, guys. Only with you am I sharing this. This is going to be freaking awesome, man. Or it's going to be disgusting, one of the two. Either way, you guys are going to do it with me. Put your machine up here, which has batteries in here. People are like, oh, how did you do that without a wire plug? Well, it's got batteries right there. Find your little, it's got a little dot there. No, actually it doesn't. That's a piece of breadcrumb. Sorry. Put it on there any way you can to make sure it fits and seals. Right there. Now, you can push this button on top. It's going to vacuum all the air out of there and leave nothing but nutritional factors in there. You'll see bubbles. Well, you should see bubbles that pulls the air out of there. Let's see if it does it. Yep, you can see the water rising. And you can see the bubbles. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Yeah, baby. Can you guys see that? Let me see. You might be able to see that. Now, it'll stop by itself. When it does stop, it means all the air is out. Alright, now you just take this off. No big deal. Boom. Don't mess with that lid yet. Do not mess with that. Now what you want to do is for 30 seconds, I'm going to watch my watch here because I don't have my timer in here. Turn this thing on high for 30 seconds. I do it for 25. Stop it, let it cool off for about another 25 seconds, and then turn it back on for another 25 seconds. This is not industrial. This is private personal use. So don't burn this motor up. So we're going to start here in about 7 seconds here and go for 30 seconds. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, and this is not a space shuttle. 2, 1, boom. I went 25 seconds to the 30. Let it rest for another 25 seconds. Again, you just don't want to burn this motor up. This is not designed for commercial use. These things in commercial will be very expensive. Anywhere from $600 up to $1,000 if not more. So we're not doing that. And also too, if you look at this, this is not a really watery mix. This is a very smoothie mix, which is what I wanted. You can make this more refined if you want to, add more coconut water or milk if you want to. I don't want to put no more milk in or any milk in there, just coconut water. Alright, so it's been 25 seconds. Let's turn it back on and do it again. Alright, I think we're golden there. I'm gonna show you here. Let me get a cup. We're gonna do this together. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to show you, because you can grab a hold of this thing and, man, I don't care if you're 6'2", 300 pounds and get muscles the size of a car tire. You're not going to pull that lid off that thing. Unless you shatter this whole glass mug, you're not going to, because it's got a vacuum in there. You can pull in this thing. You can pull in this thing all you want to, and unless you destroy this thing, you're not going to get that lid off of there. Unless you pull this little tiny little black vacuum. And you want to hear it, you'll hear it in a second. I'm going to show you and let you hear it. So we'll scooch you up a little bit. Okay. Alright, the very top of the lid. Just listen to the pressurization. You'll hear it. Just listen, okay? Alright. Let's pull it over here next to you. Pull this there's a little lip there. Grab that lip and pull it up and you'll hear it. Listen to it. See? Told you. Alright. I like to pull up a little bit more to make sure. Grab the lip. Pull it up. Here we go. And rinse it out as soon as possible, because it's a booger. Alright, let's scoot this back just a little bit here, because I'm going to show you. Perfect. Alright. Again, I have not made this concoction before.